Yeah, just for all you guys, 10 days out. Is this kind of the longest 10 days of your life?
Yeah, it's been kind of a waiting game, but we're just trying to prepare and make sure we're doing everything right so we can be victorious when we play Cincinnati.
Really been going by fast for me. Really just taking advantage of every day. So it's been really quick for me.
It's a working process. Just help us work, be more consistent. Come in every day consistent. That way we be ready for when the season can hit.
Matt, you probably enrolled in May, I guess.
No,
June. What has this stretch been like? I mean, is Arkansas what you thought it was going to be when you came on your visit, and how have you felt like you've adjusted in these last 16 practices?
I felt like I adjusted well. These guys been like my brothers. They took me in with open arms, and they just make me feel welcome. So I want to say I ain't really come here looking for anything in particular. Just a hard-working group of men, coaching staff behind me, and it's just been great.
I got a question for Myles. So you've covered both these guys. Where have you seen Warren's improvements from last year, and what do you make of Matt so far?
Definitely Warren's route running. Like it's definitely like you could just tell he's been putting in the craft. I mean, he was already a great route runner, but you could just tell the extra work he put in this year. And then Matt, he's a new guy, so like he got speed, he can run routes, he can catch the ball at high radius. He got a big radius on him, so we always getting better guarding these type of guys. So that way we'll be ready for the game too.
Myles, you've played a lot of safety in your career, and it looks like you're working at nickel right now. What's kind of the differences with that position, and do you like the position?
Yeah, I'm loving the position. It's something new to learn, but I'm just grasping it as it goes. And coach put me in a great position this year. So and I think everybody will be able to thrive. The safeties we got Jay, we got Cat, Sim, Brenny. The list keep going on. And then you got the corners. So it's just wherever we be put on the field, everybody can play any position. So I think coach knows what he's doing, definitely.
And Matt, I was looking at your numbers at Toledo last year, and it looked like a lot of your production came down the stretch. I mean, almost all your production last 5 games. Was there an adjustment period there? Or like, what kind of led to your resurgence down the stretch? And do you think you can maybe get off to a faster start, this year at Arkansas?
I feel like I definitely get to a fast start. The way we approaching practice every day, we working hard, playing fast as a unit. At Toledo, I really don't know the situation, but I made the most of my opportunities when they presented itself.
You led the team with the receivers coming back. You had 19 catches, which was leading, other than Trey, who had tied in. But just wide receivers question mark all spring and then the preseason stuff. But now it's one of the team's strengths. Talk about that. Just how these like Matt and Isaiah and some of these guys and Jaden just really picked it up.
I think when we heard that the wide receivers was the biggest question mark, I think that's when we took it personal. Everybody in the room. And I think we just made it our mission to be great every day, and be consistent, So I think that's what it was.
Maybe not, but no one may catch 66 passes like Traylon did last year, but don't you feel like it's probably a deeper group, though?
Yeah, it's a lot of talent everywhere. I feel like everybody can make a play at any time.
Matt and Warren, I'm curious. We've heard a lot about Hudson Clark, how he's doing in fall camp. You guys, I'm assuming both of you have gone up against him. What have you been seeing from Hudson? And then Warren, you played against him last year a little bit, in practice. Where have you seen him improve?
I say I seen Hud improving his patience and really knowing his assignment and what he got to get done at the corner spot. Like I love him because he's really attentive with the details, and when I'm breaking down, he's breaking down. He got good feet, so I really seen him improve this camp.
Kind of just what Warren said. He's patient. He knows his assignment. He's a dependable guy. He's gonna do what he's supposed to do. If he's supposed to be deep half, he's gonna guard deep half. If he covering the flats, he's gonna cover the flats. So he's a real patient guy. He work hard.
Hearing a lot the last few days just about how much you've improved in your game, and I just wondered if there's something in particular that you've done differently in the off season or in this fall camp that's led to that improvement, or what changed for you?
I wouldn't say anything really changed. I take it personal now to win, like, and win a lot of games. So I just think I want the team to be great. I want to be great. So I think that's what it was.
And then Matt, how has it been working with KJ? Is he different from other quarterbacks that you've played with in any way, or how have you adjusted to playing with him?
Most definitely different. His size, his athletic ability, and his arm strength. So he's a great quarterback.
Matt, just for people who maybe haven't seen you play before, how would you describe your game, and do you maybe model your game after anybody in particular?
Well, I really kind of model my game off of a lot of receivers. I ain't going to say anyone particular, but my game, I say I'm pretty versatile. I can run intermediate routes, short routes, and deep routes. So anywhere coach needs me.
Man, when you got in the portal, who all reached out to you and did? I know Sam Pittman obviously didn't coach your position in Georgia, but did that relationship have a lot to do with you coming here, or why'd you pick Arkansas? Who else were you considering?
A lot of schools hit me up. More schools I was wanting to go to was SEC, but the relationship with Coach Pitt was the reason I came, but also relationships I had with other people that I was at Georgia with, like Pat Doherty, Fernando, the line coach, strength staff. So really all that.
A lot of times, when guys come in fall camp, but they haven't been there in the spring, it takes them a little while to get adjusted. You seem like you hit the ground running. Did you feel like you picked things up right away, or why do you think you had such a quick start here?
Just my mentality. Every day I went over my playbook. Every day I was on the field, and just my presence. I just felt like made these guys work harder. So me doing what I do, I just felt like helped me out a lot.
Warren, Sam Pittman was in here the other day saying he never thought. I'm paraphrasing here, but he basically was saying he never thought you'd be as good as you are now. He never thought you'd be this kind of player. I don't know if has he said that to you, and how does that make you feel? And specifically, in what ways do you think you're a lot better than you were last year?
I just tried to change my mentality and my mental approach to the game. So, that's great to hear that from him. But I had that, I knew I had to be better since I played the last game, Penn State. So I knew I had to get better from that moment, and I made that my mission and my goal.
A personal note, just what's your football journey been like, kind of your story, and who are some of your biggest influences?
There's been a lot of big influence. The biggest thing in my journey I felt like was important, just my growth. I'm the first one in my family to go to college, and just being in a position, a college athlete, it was hard just adjusting to. So really just my growth each year.
Matt, you 2020 came to Fayetteville. Do you remember that trip, and what were your impressions of Arkansas then? And I guess kind of weird looking back at that situation, and now you're playing for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, it's real crazy. I never thought I'd be a Razorback, but I'm happy to be a Razorback, and I remember every moment, from when we stepped on the field, the game, seeing coaches, seeing the players. So it's a good feeling.
You averaged 25 yards a catch last year, which is pretty ridiculous. Were most of those catch and runs, or were they deep balls, or just a combination?
It was a combination of both.
Myles and Matt, you guys are both working kickoff games still, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that a position where you're like, I want that spot, or is it just I'll go out and I'll go out there if they want me, or is that something that you're lobbying for?
I really kind of do it for staying condition, but if coach need me back there, I'll do it.
BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. That's BELIEVE, BLEAV 50. That's BELIEVE, BLEAV 50. BetOnline, where the game starts.